Ryan, can I get a mic check?
Yep. Okay, all right, so I'm afraid to say anything because I know he's filming.
Oh, he's
Oh, I'm
definitely
always filming.
And he's always filming. And at some point, Ryan will say something stupid. And then it's going to be all over the internet.
Ryan's gonna teach him. Captain's gonna teach. That's what it is. It's okay. There are worse things. There are worse things. Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge.
Ryan Seymour.
And we got some good books.
Yes.
But we didn't get a lot of suggestions this week.
Yeah, not too many suggestions this week, although I did. Got your back. We're continuing the Empty Man Challenge.
That is a challenge. And I have tapped all the way out. Why? Why? I love Colin Bunn as much as the next guy. No.
I don't know. There's no way this story can end. Like, it has to keep going.
That it can't. Oh my God.
And it
no.
has to keep getting worse.
Oh.
Like, it just has to. Like, it is now issue number 6, Boom Studios. Cullen Bunn, Jesus Hervas. All right. So, yeah, there's some evil extraterrestrial,
No way.
extra-dimensional evil virus that has now taken full form as, like, beings running around. And
that thing looks like it eats symbiotes.
It probably does. I mean...
Oh!
Yeah. So,
okay,
like,
close the book. Stop playing.
So,
that's disgusting.
Yeah, Cullen and Jesus, I have a very big question for you. Which one of you came up with the idea for the final page? And which one of you said we can turn it up a notch? Because holy crap. Now, I have a collection of Cannibal Corpse albums, and their album covers tend to be a bit graphic. This one's up there with that, man.
Dude, that's the scariest thing I think I've seen in my entire life.
It's horrifying. So we're
What
not...
is that?
I don't know. It's yeah, so it's like it's a return of a character we haven't seen for a while. But then there's like Empty Man dudes maybe around him, but they're made out of...
No, come on, man.
Now, you can make more than sausage out of entrails. So it's true. Just read Empty Man. Yeah, so if you're looking for something like your zombie apocalypse has just become kind of run of the mill, but you want something more, but not like a full-on crossed apocalypse, Empty Man's your jam.
No, it's filled with jam, squishy liquid stuff that's just oozing out of every page.
Yeah,
that is not okay. I
had to read Wonder Twins to get
to cleanse the palate, man, because that's just dark for no reason.
Yeah, it's. It's not. Doesn't take.
Saw that page and no.
Yeah, and you're like, he's back.
Oh, nightmare fuel on high. Okay, I tell you what. I wish I could go back through time, as in X-Force number 6. Ed Brisson, Damian Caserio. I'm never gonna get that name right. This one's a tough issue actually, because it's all about expositional setup, or expositional recaps, we'll call it. There's a lot of like time jumps, and if it's not for the actual captions to tell you, you won't you'll lose yourself on when you are in the story. But this is really kind of setting up Strife's appearance in the series, and I tell you what, Strife is one of the most underrated comic book villains from the X mythos. I love Strife, and again, Executioner's Song is kind of where I came in, so. Maybe that's why. I'm not even gonna lie, but I do love this character so much. So seeing this was like, I felt like a kid again. That was so great. He's got Zero with him. Oh, yeah, I know. Very cool. It's so classic. Very cool. Yes. Art-wise though, it's fun. It's a little cartoonish, so don't let the cover fool you, because it is a different art style. But it's a very serious story. It's very interesting, and it presents some very interesting context to the X-Men fight. It begs some very deep questions that, I'm gonna just present it like this. So we've only seen the X-Men go back in time at any given point, right? So Days of Future Past, Cable, they go back in time. Have we ever seen the X-Men be brought to the future to fight?
No.
Right.
Not that I can think.
Not
of.
that I can think of either.
Yeah.
And it's not what's happening here either, but it presented that question as I was reading. I was like, wait, have we ever seen that? Where like they're sent to the future to fight stuff? And how would that work? Why? This, that, and the other? I've never seen it. So I'm like,
Kind of interesting.
yeah. And we've seen them in space, not in the future.
Not in the future.
Question marks. I don't know. What else you got over there?
So my palate cleanser, Wonder Twins #3, Mark Russell and Stephen Byrne, the creative team for it. And Gleek actually is kind of the main character in it.
What?
Yeah. So like the main story is the Wonder Twins have accidentally taken down a bad guy named Druncula, and
I'm sorry. It sounded like you said Druncula.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's in prison. He was a member of the group called the League of Annoyance. Yeah. And one of the people that works at Lex Luthor's company tries to weasel out of a deal, so Lex forces them to become a member of the League of Annoyance.
Oh my God.
And so like it's hilarity around the Wonder Twins, but the Wonder Twins end up getting kidnapped by the League of Annoyance, who are getting back at them for the capture of Druncula.
Okay.
And we find out Gleek's backstory,
Right.
and dude's got some trauma.
Oh.
Like it's straight up like
why they hurt? Oh.
yeah, why you hurt Gleek? And Gleek ends up saving the Wonder Twins, like hardcore action hero style, but like out of his experience in the circus. Really, really funny. And if you like circus monkeys as much as I do, you ought to pick this up.
I love that being in the League of Annoyance is actually a punishment.
Right?
I feel like membership should be something that is a little bit more of like oh really? That's what you're doing? We're busting you down.
Yeah.
You've gotten demoted to where? The League of Annoyance.
Everybody's got to cut their teeth somewhere.
That's right. So you've got the JLA and then there's the LOA. Oh, that's so sad. So sad. I'm staying with some DC action. We've got Superman. We've got this is number 10. Is this new numbering? No, it's always been number 10. That's right. We are getting further explanation of young John's disappearance and how he's gone from Earth 3 with the crime syndicate, right? And aged so many years ahead to return back home. This is setting up a very prolific thing. I have to admit, like, Bendis has rewritten the mythos in a huge way. Like, it's going to be a long time before we get another writer who can impact Superman as widely as he's doing with this. And he's not even like necessarily just making up stuff. Like, Jor-El being back is not his. Jonathan being around is not his, but he's grabbed a hold of it and owns it in a way that is fresh and interesting and fun. And I think you'd have to go back as far, honestly, as John Byrne to anyone who's made that level of impact to it. So it's good stuff. It's good stuff. I like it. Okay. Hit Girl number 3.
If you're a fan of Kevin Smith, you're not reading this, you're foolish. Because this is a Kevin Smith book, and it's
you're not
fullness.
a fan, and you're telling tales. The pop cultural references throughout this thing are so good and so fun.
Yeah, each one of the investigative team members for both the investigative teams.
Yes.
And I thought it was so clever. I'm reading, like, oh my gosh, is that?
And you're like,
It was supposed to be that obvious.
Clearly, it's written in there, and okay, I guess so. Dude, yeah, the art style of it is what's really messing with me, because it's a very like almost kid-friendly, cartoonish piece.
Yeah, it really is.
But it's so dark, so dark.
Yeah. Because it really has that all ages kind of vibe to it. Like, you can see this kind of art and like the book, like, oh yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna give it to my teenage daughter.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. And then you're like, wait a minute, that cape is made out of.
Yeah.
It's so over the top violence wise. Mindy is such a sweet, innocent killing machine.
Yeah, I agree.
Her or Arya Stark?
Oh,
like who is the better child murderer, or murderer that is a child?
Language matters.
Language matters.
Language matters.
Yeah.
Okay. I love Arya. Arya Stark is dope, but Hit Girl does it with flair.
She really does.
And fashion.
Yeah.
Right.
Arya is brutal. Gets the job done.
Right.
Function over form. Whereas
Mindy
makes a point of it.
There you go. That's literally it. Because it's all about getting the job done for Miss Stark.
Yeah.
But Mindy not only gets the job done, she does it in a way that she can recollect on it fondly and laugh.
Yeah.
And it's not even just like, yeah, I did that. She's like, remember when I did the thing? Yeah, that was
the
great.
fluorescent light
That was
bulb
awesome.
guy.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's you. Remember? Yeah. So yeah, I'm all for this.
Yeah.
It's okay. Is this a bid to do a Netflix show featuring Hit Girl?
I can see it
I can too.
because you don't have to have like you can have story arcs,
Right?
and you can just have like she can Punisher it. Like you don't even necessarily
Completely.
have to have
Completely.
and yeah, I would love to see. I would love to see Kevin Smith writing it,
Right?
Because that'd just be amazing.
Over the top and great. Who plays Hit Girl? Chloe Moretz, I think, is too old now.
She's too old at this
Yeah,
point.
she's too old now. She was great when she broke out on the scene.
Yeah.
Can you believe that was 10 years ago?
It's no.
Like seriously, Kick Ass as a movie came out 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely
insane.
nuts.
Who would be a good?
I don't know. Like I'm not watching enough like Disney.
Right. I was
shows.
thinking somebody off of Disney or Nickelodeon who's
Yeah.
looking to part ways with that brand. Like you go.
You mean be forced out?
Yeah.
They can never come back?
Yeah. You are no longer welcome in the House of Mouse.
Mm-mm.
God,
You wildin'. You guys tell us, who would you
Yeah.
pick to play Hit Girl if they were to do a live action piece now?
Yeah.
Like who is in that age demographic of young, sweet, impressionable child who goes on murder sprees against bad guys?
Yeah. Really kind of curious what
Yeah,
you guys' thoughts
yeah.
are.
And know that the government is watching your answers.
Yeah.
You horrible human beings.
Mhm.
Are we the worst ones for asking? That might be
Probably.
true.
I
That might
feel
be
like
true.
we're gonna get a watch ding. Because
Yeah,
of the
we're definitely gonna
use of the word child and
murder in the same
in the wrong order.
same inflections.
Like it's that last podcast from the Laugh Guy again.
All right, so we've got two that are the same.
Yep.
And then one that's different.
Mhm.
All right, so which one are you starting with? What do you want to do?
Ooh, that's tough. I want to end with this one because we finally have something that I've been dying to see.
I'm with it,
happen
I'm with
in
it.
Oh dang.
You want to start with this?
Yeah. Let's
All
start
right.
with that one. It's time for the acrylic books, folks.
Yeah. Okay, so from Aftershock,
Mhm.
Orphan Age,
Yep.
right? Which is, I thought that was clever.
Yeah.
Ted Anderson and Nuno Plati.
Mhm.
I've been a fan of Nuno Plati's work since like the days of DeviantArt.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know if it's a lady or a guy. I've never found that out.
Yeah.
But they did some fantastic redesigns of some X-Men characters way back when the world was young, and
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I fell in love then and have enjoyed the
Yeah.
work.
It's such a clean style.
Do we have a picture? Oh, we do have a picture. It's a guy. That's awesome.
Hey, dude.
Sweet.
Yeah.
From Portugal. Okay, that's
Okay,
awesome.
There we go.
Yeah, very, very cool. All right, so I have to admit, the setup
Mhm.
was really good.
Yeah.
Like it because you know what to expect,
Yeah.
right? Clearly, you look at it, you got Orphan Age is in there, so you think like in some sort of form, parents go away.
Yeah.
The way that it starts,
Mhm.
it reminds me of The Walking Dead,
Mhm.
but they don't dwell there,
Yeah.
and that's the part where I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah. We're just in the future.
right. Like, and I don't know if that's a bad thing or not.
I dig it. I totally dig it.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
we don't know. And
right.
we also don't know that the characters know. Like they could be totally in the dark as well.
Also true. Also true. And I think that's kind of adding to the mystique of it all.
Yep.
Much in the same way that Walking Dead kind of built something, around the centerpiece of the zombie apocalypse. And then you have these characters that's who you care about.
Yeah.
This is on part
Same
to build
sort of
that
thing, yeah.
exact same thing.
Yeah.
But it's not zombies.
Yeah.
And that's what I love.
It's just the people.
Right.
Like you don't have to have the zombies as like the focus of it. It's just the horrible stuff.
Oh my
and
goodness.
also the beautiful stuff.
Right.
Because we've seen glimpses of an amazing society. And
Right.
I'm like, man, I wish we could get to that kind of
Man,
like
can we do
love
that
and
now?
care.
I mean, without the need.
without
of the,
yeah,
but
I'm the parent, so I don't.
right. Like,
I'm
please
not, I'm
don't.
not down with.
I got things to do tomorrow.
So, yeah.
Got things planned. But but yeah, like
Yep.
that's really cool. And I wonder if that opening salvo recurs
Yeah.
in some sort of way.
Yeah, because you have some really cool flashbacks, and then like because that group that looks like the main big bad, or at least it's been
Right.
presented so far. I get where their thought process could come from,
Right?
but like getting to what they're doing now though,
Is
is just
Totally off kilter.
yeah,
Like wow, whoa, did you really?
Yeah.
That's what you want to do when the Lord comes back? Like, this is
Yeah.
it? This is what you think he
your
wants?
plan?
Okay,
Okay.
that's cool.
It's an option.
No, but
Yeah.
all right.
Have I told you about Empty Man? Like, but yeah, I mean, I absolutely love this first issue. I can't wait to see where it goes.
Yeah, I have to admit, this was a fun one, and without having any sort of previous knowledge of this whole series, going blind, and I left out a fan. So it's good stuff.
Yes.
Good
Very,
job.
very
Good
very
job. What's the other one that you took there?
As part of my because I never think and put things in the right order when I read them.
Mm-hmm.
Web of Venom, Cult of Carnage #1, which is kind of a misnomer because these have all been one-shots, and I think this is actually technically issue number 3 or 4 in the sequence. This is the series of one-shots where this cult has decided they're going to bring back Carnage, and in the process, bring back Null, the symbiote god. And
why would you do that?
I don't know, man. They're collecting spines. It's like this isn't
What?
a Marvel book. I mean, it is a Marvel book, but it's a horror story because it's got this cult that is trying to bring Carnage back, and this is not like a superhero thing, even remotely. And so basically, what has happened is Carnage is back. He now has another level of wackadoo power.
Is that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's now gonna go. And
that's a problem.
Yeah, he's gonna kill everybody else that he has ever bonded with, and eat their spine in the process of helping bring Null back. And he's no longer. Yeah. So. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So So there's another twist to his power set.
That's not okay.
It's man.
Why y'all be liking the symbiotes in like this weird, freaky, upgraded sense? Like they were already pretty bad, y'all.
Yeah.
But now all of a sudden you got wing growth and there's a god of and
Like it used to be.
Cut that out.
Just like 3 or 4 symbiotes. They were all pissed off because Parker was
right.
like, God, this is kind of creepy even by my standards. And now we've got this.
Yeah, you guys need some hugs. Like a lot of hugs and sunshine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna subscribe this to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Prescribe. I mean, yeah. All right. Batman 68. Tom King, Amanda Connor. Okay. The cover, right? Clearly is of a bachelorette party of some sort. Centered around Catwoman, right? So if you guys remember, there was a time, a couple issues ago, 18 to be precise, where Selena and Bruce were supposed to get married. And somehow this is all playing into this depiction of things. In this book, I believe we found out the real reason why Selena and Bruce didn't get married. And it is because that Selena and Lois have a relationship that is a little bit more than friendship. Just a little bit more than friendship.
Like a book club?
No.
Like a Facebook message group?
I mean, I'm sure that they send lots of pics through that, but it's a little deeper, maybe a little bit more private. You know, they're not inviting others to join per se.
Interesting.
No, I'm gonna be 100 with you guys. There are aspects of this issue that are psychologically strange on multiple levels, like multiple levels. But I absolutely adore the friendship that Selena and Lois have, because if there's any pair of women in the DC universe that should have the most unique perspective for being non-powered but loving, literally loving the most significant members of this universe, it's those two.
Yeah.
I would watch a show that was just those two doing stuff. I don't think that there's anything that they couldn't do. From Metropolis to Apocalypse, their stories could go everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And it would be hilarious and dark and funny and great and very empowering, actually. Like I don't know, I'm kind of in an emotional place about it, but I don't know that in terms of representing the totality of what female characters can be, even Wonder Woman doesn't compete with those two together.
You can make an argument for that for sure.
Yeah, because like there's an aspect of humanity that Diana just isn't.
Yeah.
But both of those ladies
are
100%. Like they embrace it, they embody it. It's perfect. Yeah. I love their relationship. I have since the double date issues.
That was an amazing issue.
Oh my God, so good. But this one kind of takes it to a point where you're just kind of like, are y'all only friends? And then when you get to the end, okay, so this is a part when you realize that spoilers, y'all, that this is still the situation. So all of this is happening in there. All of it. It makes you wonder why, when you get to that point, what does that suggest to him psychologically? Like, what's he thinking about? This happens, but that's all in
His mind.
yes.
Interesting.
So, do we have some deep-seated something further? I don't know. I don't know.
Feels like he might need to
Could
go to
be.
a therapist for yet another reason.
Yeah, he might need to talk to Hugo Strange and find out what's going on with his life. So, Prodigy number 5.
Or as they say in France, Prodigy.
Prodigy number 5. Okay, Mark Miller, Raphael Albuquerque. You said it. I agree wholeheartedly. This is the issue that takes the turn. And it plunges Edison into a deep space of interesting storytelling.
Yeah.
He's been a fun character.
Yeah.
But he has been a perfect character thus far.
Everything he gets out of, no problem.
Right.
Almost as if there's not even a thought to it. It's just one panel he does it, one panel he's out of it.
Right. But
This stuff,
here,
yeah,
we see things change. And they change in a way that is like you almost want to go back and look at everything else that's occurred and look at it in a different perspective. Yeah. So, like you said, he gets into a situation and then he gets out of a situation. But if he was really as good as we think he is, he would never actually be in bad situations to begin with. But he keeps ending up in that space. Yeah. Like the point where in previous issues, they've run out of money on the go. He's had to earn money by, gambling away, right? But like the notion of doing so and then being in a position where the people that he's gambling against get mad at him. Yeah. If you're so smart, why did you not?
Right. Why couldn't you have set it up to where
that never happened?
Yeah.
So then you're like, you get to this point and it all comes to a head. You're like, well, while he's as great as he has been, is that as great as we just assume that it was? Yeah. And this really, presents the idea that maybe not.
Maybe not.
And that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Like,
because he makes a couple significant
errors. Does he?
This one, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
It's so cool. It's so cool.
Because the scene where first something starts to go wrong,
right?
And then the scene where
yes,
and then the end sequence,
man,
like, dude,
it's and again, I've said this before. Mark finds a way to take tropes, very common tropes, and comes at it from an angle that has been right there in your face
the entire time,
and you just missed it like the whole time. You never looked at it that way, and it's how he maintains being one of the most dominating writing forces in comics today. Like, flat out, it's impressive. It really is. Yeah, man, the failures of Edison Crane. Like, that's what I would call this episode. Because is that.
Right. So when if this is done episodic for Netflix, we're just saying this episode needs to be called The Failures of Edison Crane.
Because then you're like, wait, what? And you're like, yeah. And when you see it, it's utterly brilliant. Yeah. Like, you care about him more. How is that? Like, this is
actually like he's more of a relatable character at this point. Because you're like, dude, you not only screwed up, but you screwed up
hard.
Yeah, like, because we can't say it because of the spoilers.
Exactly.
Because
it
actually advances the story a huge distance.
Huge. It's like a Peter Parkering.
Yeah,
where you care about him because he got something wrong.
Right.
And the stakes of what he got wrong are so high. You don't. It's funny. Like, you don't doubt that he's gonna fix it, but you're like prevailing questions. How?
Right.
How do you fix this?
Yeah.
And to what degree is it fixed?
Yeah. Like, what's your tolerance for? Because this, like you said, the stakes are high. We're talking about a completely separate universe,
right?
Like an evil world coming through and taking over ours.
Yes.
You don't get much bigger than
that.
No.
That's brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. The historical references.
Yeah.
The redefining of what certain things are.
Very, very good. And You've been watching those YouTube conspiracy videos, Mark. I've been watching them too.
That's right. That was like a secret handshake.
Yeah.
There's like a whole group that they just became a part of. I don't know nothing about, but literally, like it is the coolest thing.
Yeah.
He has become far more real, and I think enjoyable as a character, just like that.
Yeah, and it sets up this villain as not only the villain for the story arc,
Right.
You could have that as like the
Yes.
Spectre to his James Bond.
Yes.
'Cause it's more than just
This group, this tiny group, those are figureheads within.
Yeah.
You've got sex and sanctioned,
and other dimensions
armies there,
and regular dudes. Yeah,
absolutely
done.
brilliant.
Amazing sauce.
So yeah, literally we are seeing like an epicenter storytelling piece where even through this 5 to 6 issue run, this is like creating a point where you say, okay, there's a lot of stories that can branch off of this, and that's what we'll see in other media. And that again, when it comes to creating content, creating IPs for the modern age, no one is doing it better than Mark Miller right now. I'm saying it
Very true.
flat out. Everybody that's like, oh, Endgame, that's all stuff that was created in the 1960s. Okay, like let's keep that real. It's building off stuff that was created in the 60s. In terms of creating stuff right now, who's doing it better and smarter? I don't know a single person. I'm learning everything I can. I'm absorbing.
Yeah, the dojo is located somewhere in Scotland.
Yes, and I'm ready to learn. My belt is white. My passport is clean. Let's go. I'm ready. Okay, so we've got some special notes here that we got to point out. What I love, okay, first and foremost, we'll do the longest one first. Free Comic Book Day.
Yes.
24 days away. Less than a month away, baby.
It's creeping up. And we're just over 2 weeks away from Avengers Endgame.
Yes. Now this is important though.
Yes.
Because we offered something. We offered something great.
A pair of tickets to Endgame.
Tickets. Now considering that the interwebs broke.
Yes.
This is hopefully going to make someone's day.
Yeah.
That we're going to provide tickets. So, drum roll. The winner is Anthony Alker.
Yep.
Shout out to you, Anthony. What we need from you is for you to message us and tell us where in the continental United States you are, so that we can buy you some tickets.
Yep.
So hit us up. Let's try to make that private message.
Yeah.
Can we do that through YouTube?
Either do private message or you can hit us up on Facebook, and you can DM Black
Perfect,
White Red over there.
There you go.
Worst case, if you don't have Facebook, we're both on Twitter and Instagram. So
hit us with a follow. We can follow you back, and then we can DM, and it'll be perfect. But we're gonna give you 2 passes. Opening weekend, and hopefully there'll be some like pretty early screenings available where you are. Because
hope you like Sunday at 5 a.m.
I thought we said we weren't going to do that.
We're not going to do that.
We're not going to
We're
do
not
that.
going to do that.
We're going to at least wait till 5:30.
Yeah.
It's the Lord's Day.
Yeah.
Okay. 5:30. All right. Everybody deserves to sleep in a little bit. Even Jesus. So
he's hard working empty.
he is, man. Like, come on.
Empty
He's
man,
got
LL.
Empty Man and friggin' Orphan Age, and Lord's doing a lot of stuff these days.
Yeah.
So congratulations, Anthony. Definitely appreciate all your support and contributing to our convo, which is awesome. I gotta give a shout out everyone that actually reached out to me about wanting to grab some Vantage In-House books. Thank you guys.
Very,
Like that
very
was
cool.
awesome. You made me feel like a real writer. Like it made me warm and fuzzy.
Pretty nice.
All of my spaces here. Let's see what else we got. Any
Got the thumbs down her back, which is awesome because
sweet.
you took the time to form an opinion.
Yes, and we appreciate that.
Yeah.
If you don't mind, give us a couple notes as to why you thumbs down us.
Yeah.
I mean, but if that's just your natural inclination, we get
That's
it.
cool.
It's good. It's good.
It's cool.
Old Fantastic Four movie viewing.
Yeah, so we're looking at we're gonna something of a MST3K-ish nature.
Seriously? Oh.
Yeah. So there might be a live viewing in Columbus at some point.
I
With that.
didn't know that's what that was. I wanted to ask on air just so I could put you on the spot. That's amazing. That's happening.
Yeah.
That is happening. Oh.
Is muy funno.
We're gonna have all the fun. Do we have anything planned for this weekend? Anything major coming
not
up?
this weekend.
Okay.
At least not that I can think of this weekend.
Right. I've got a storytellers convention that I'm doing at a museum in Indianapolis on Saturday, and then shout out to One Girl, which is a young ladies empowerment group that's hosting a meeting on Sunday at COSI, and I'm doing a little presentation to help them do some comic booky goodness. So I'm low key busy this weekend, just like a little bit, but in a good way, in a real good way. So yeah, man, this is good stuff.
Yeah.
Oh God,
Pretty
such
exciting.
a big week.
Just getting prepped. It's the big things, getting prepped for Endgame and free comic book day.
Yes. In fact, those are like weeks apart, like literally boom, boom.
Yeah.
It's so much. But
Too
I can't
much.
wait. Cannot wait. It's going to be good stuff. Thank you guys, as always. If this is your first time watching, definitely like us. That's important. But then hit that subscribe button and the bell for notification because we want you to join this party.
Yeah, and drop us a note in the comment section what you think of the episode.
Yes.
Or who you think should play Mindy.
I got to figure that out, man.
Yeah, that's
I'm
a toughie.
thinking, it's a hard call.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to watch some kid-friendly shows. That's my daughter.
Yeah.
Hey, you're 9. Who should play someone who murders other people? Dad. If she says anyone other than herself, I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
Like that's I
failed.
raised you better than that. You should be my hit girl. Be my hit girl.
Ugh.
I actually might cosplay my daughter as hit girl.
Why not? That'd be pretty awesome.
It would. I'll see you guys later.